Okay, so here we are in front of the FamilySAFE storm shelter with Robert. Robert, tell us a little bit about the features and benefits. Give us a little tour of what you got here.
All right, with pleasure. Well, what I like to do is tell people what the FamilySAFE difference is. There's different storm shelter companies, but being in business for the last 13 years, FamilySAFE has really found what I consider, all the different options or bells and whistles to make sure that you have the safest room possible. On the venting system, we've, through our name that's laser cut in the door, we have a ventilation system there that allows air to be distributed with an air vent on top. Our units are unique because they're 80 inches tall. We make them as high as we possibly can for the claustrophobia so that you feel like you're in a little bit bigger space. We have 3 deadbolt locks, vent that's on the bottom, and maybe the neatest thing about our doors is you have children and stuff playing, you can't slam your fingers in it.
That really scared me there.
And that's exactly right. When you put steel on steel, and we've got 3 16-inch steel, we can even make them with 1/4-inch steel. Not only are all of our corners welded, but we take a lot of pride in how our units look. That's why we do laser cut doors. You'll notice that the hinges are not exposed on the outside of the unit. They're on the inside so that if debris hits it right at the hinge part, and this is actually the strongest part of the FamilySAFE shelter. A door could normally be a weakness, but I'll show you when we get on the inside 2 more safety features besides our deadbolt locks.
Okay, great.
We've got the easy pull handle. Not only are we welded, like I said, on the corners, on the inside you'll notice that we have angle iron backing wrapped in a steel cage, much like a NASCAR roll cage. And our engineers have calculated this to hold well over 100,000 pounds of weight distributed on top of it, so if a house would collapse on top of it, you really have nothing to fear. And another neat thing about FamilySAFE, since we build our own units, it's not a subcontracted service, I can place the doors pretty much anywhere you want them within the FEMA codes. I can put the door here, I can put it on this side opening inward, I can put the doors over on the ends, and we typically like to keep them 6 inches away from the side, just from a structural standpoint. And we can make the doors 36 inches wide for wheelchair accessibility.
Well, let's take a look inside.
Okay. As you can see, the quality of our doors are double plated, 1/4-inch steel on the outside, 3/16 on the inside. What really makes us safe is not only do we have able to lock the deadbolts, we have steel bars for an extra safety that we put at the top of the door as well as below the door, just as an extra point. You also see that we have real good ventilation around the doors. The units come standard with a electrical outlet, like a junction box, so that lights can be mounted to it, or maybe a couple of receptacles. And here's where you can see our steel cage, and that's 2x2 square tubing. Corners are supported with heavy angle iron. And perhaps the most unique thing about our doors is they can be removed. And so if there was some reason there's impingements on the outside, you see the hinges that we have here, we simply have to raise those just a 1/2 inch or an inch to get above, and the door will actually swing open past the locks, or the door can be removed. The hinges being on the inside is really a nice option because debris is thrown against the shelter. It's also supported by this heavy piece of 3/8 angle iron that the hinges are actually welded to, and a peephole so that you can watch the storm come.